promises we make to everyone except for ourselves. We show up for work, we show up for family, we show up for friends. But when it's time to show up for ourselves, our own dreams, we start to negotiate, we start to postpone, we start to minimize. Why? Because somewhere we have stopped trusting our own word. Hi and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfilment Podcast. I'm your host Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today's topic is a very powerful but a very uncomfortable one. However, a topic which is very, very necessary. Self-integrity. Doing what you say for yourself. Because you can manifest, you can visualize, and you know what? You can keep doing all your affirmations throughout the day, every day. But if you do not trust your own word, if you do not keep up to the promises you make to yourself, nothing will stick. Self-integrity is the foundation of confidence, of self-respect, of consistency. It's actually the foundation of your true identity, your entire identity. So let's dive in and see how we can rebuild self-trust from the inside out. These are the 5 steps to strengthen your self-integrity. Number 1, start with one promise you can actually keep, okay? It can be a very small promise you're making to yourself. Something really small, does not matter, but think of something, promise yourself something and keep it. The biggest mistake we make is that we start making huge promises to ourselves while we are drained out or while we are running on low energy and low support but high overwhelm. So self-integrity, remember, is not built with big leaps. Small steps lead you there. Okay, it's actually built with one small promise you can constantly honor. So ask yourself, what is the one thing I can commit to that actually feels doable to me and not dramatic? Because when you keep up to your promise, okay, you start trusting yourself. It's a small win that builds trust, and this trust builds your identity, and your identity builds the momentum. It's all interlinked, it's all interrelated. So promise yourself you will do something and do it. Number 2, stop negotiating with yourself, please. You would never cancel on your boss the last minute, right? You would never make an excuse for a very important meeting and skip it at the last minute. You would never ever ignore a friend who is waiting for you. But when it comes to you, you start negotiating. Oh, I will do this later for myself because right now I need to do this. Oh, I will spend time with myself later because I don't have the time for myself right now. I need to do this. Oh, let me just postpone going to the salon for next week. I'm too tied up this week, because there's this happening, that happening, this one's coming, that one's coming. Come on. Stop negotiating with yourself. When you start doing this, self-respect actually erodes. So your new rule, my friend, should be that, okay, if I have promised myself something, I'm going to stick to it. If it's written, it's happening. If I've said it, I will honor it. Not because of any discipline, but because you love yourself and you matter to yourself. Number 3, create boundaries that protect your promises to yourself. Okay? Self-integrity will not exist without boundaries. And trust me, boundaries are not being selfish. So if you are, if you're immersed in any self-care regime, don't take that call. Say no to some last minute favor that derails your schedule. Set digital boundaries for more focus. Protect your emotional energy. Remember, boundaries are not against others. Boundaries are actually for you. So set boundaries for yourself. It's showing love to yourself. It's not being selfish. Number 4, make your inner dialogue match your outer actions. So your self-talk sets the tone for your self-integrity. Whatever you speak to yourself. So if you're constantly telling yourself, oh no, not today, I'll do this tomorrow. I don't have time for this right now. I'll do this later. Okay, I'll try this some other time. Your brain will actually start believing this. Your brain will suddenly know that you are not to be trusted. Your brain will actually stop believing you. So shift, okay? Shift the talk. Start using words and phrases like, okay, I choose to do this. I commit to do this. I will do this. I'm showing up for myself. Integrity begins in language long before behavior. Before you do something, before that action, your language sets the tone and, shows your integrity. Number 5, celebrate every commitment you keep to yourself. It's a big win. Trust me, like step number 1, like I said, that little promise you make to yourself. If you've actually, if you've fulfilled the promise to yourself, celebrate it. Whether it's a small win or a big win. We always are self-critical. We always beat ourselves up to things. But we never acknowledge the good. So start doing this. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, tell yourself, which is literally indirectly telling your brain, see, I follow through. Of course I do this. Of course I stick to this. This is who I am. This is my new identity. Celebration is reinforcement. And this reinforcement eventually becomes your identity, and your identity becomes your new normal. So my beautiful soul, self-integrity is not about perfection. It's about protection. It's protecting yourself, protecting your dreams, protecting your energy, protecting your alignment, and protecting your self-worth. So when you do what you say you will do, you become somebody you can trust. You start trusting your own self. You start respecting your own self. And you know that your word carries weight. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this episode, like, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this today. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off for now, but asking you to stay aligned, stay grounded, and keep flying forward towards your flight to fulfillment. And don't forget to follow the Flight to Fulfillment podcast on either YouTube or Spotify or Substack, wherever you are more comfortable, so that you don't miss out on a single dose of inspiration coming your way. I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.